All right, this is going to be one of my favorite videos because this is the question I get the most. Which cold plunge should I get? The Stealth or the Barrel? Today's video is going to give you a better understanding the differences and the features of each unit and what's going to be the best fit for you. I'm a big fan right out of the gate of saying, get the cold plunge that you're going to use and be the most consistent with. I know that's a loaded question because you're getting into cold water every day, but trust me, I'm gonna break down all the features and benefits, and hopefully this makes your decision just a little bit easier. All right, guys, so first things first, we've got the Stealth and we've got the Barrel. Two completely different models, but they achieve the exact same thing. I'm gonna start with my personal favorite because it's the Stealth. The Stealth comes in two different sizes. You're gonna have a standard size at 50 inches in length, 32.5 in width, and 31.5 in height. You also have an extra large model, which is an absolute beast. That's gonna be 55 inches in length, same exact width and height. Then we jump over to the Barrel. The Barrel is the largest barrel on the market for a reason. It can accommodate users up to 6'9" easily. It comes in at a whopping 42 inches in diameter and 39.5 in height. Both of these plunges are designed to give you an ultra deep plunge, but which one's right for you? The Stealth. The Stealth has ergonomic seating inside, so you can get a vertical plunge but also lay back in a very comfortable position. And this allows you also to continue to elevate and work up to full submersion dunks in and out. So I'm a big fan of that and just the way that you sit comfortably inside of the unit. That's why I prefer the Stealth, but again, it's personal preference for you. And then I'll jump over to the Barrel. The Barrel has a built-in bench, so you can walk into this unit. The bench is 13 inches in height, so once you walk into it, it's very comfortable just to take a seat and step inside of it, and you can adjust the water height so your shoulders are fully submerged under the water, but you get that vertical plunge where you can control your breathing. If you've done your research and you think that that's gonna be a better fit for you, you can absolutely do that. But I don't wanna stop you there. You can still do full submersion dunks inside of the Barrel. The only way you have to do it is you have to flip yourself around because the bench only runs a quarter of the unit, and you can do full submersion dunks, come right back out, and then sit comfortably on the bench. This is how I like to break it down for customers. The Barrel is something for somebody that's just getting started. They want to sit inside of the unit comfortably, and they may want to use it as a hot soaking tub. The Stealth is a model where you can really work up, and I call it a performance-driven tub because you can do so much with it, and it's so versatile. That's a product you're going to be able to use and adapt for years to come. Again, personal preference, both are amazing products. You're gonna have two sizes in the Stealth, the XL and the Standard. In the Barrel, you're gonna have a composite, which is, again, only buy the composite if you're putting this unit indoors, trust me on that. Then you're gonna have the stainless steel. What comes down to that is, again, the finish, the look, being able to clean and use chemicals on it. The stainless steel is just more of a beast, if I would say. And then let's talk about the durability of each product. The Stealth model. The Stealth is going to come in at 3 inches of PU foam, so that's a fully insulated product. It can handle hot climates, it can handle cold climates, and it holds its temp extremely well because it is 316 interior and exterior stainless steel. And then if you jump over to the Barrel is Pacific cedar exterior, so it does have that wood finish, and then it will have the interior composite, and then it will have also the stainless steel. So again, guys, you can't go wrong with either one in terms of design and durability. The Barrel is gonna have 2 inches of PU foam on the stainless, 1 inch of PU foam on the composite. So keep that in mind. If you do go towards the Barrel, you're gonna have 1 inch on the composite, 2 inches on the stainless. So again, just keep that in mind. Both units, guys, whether you're doing the Stealth or you're doing the Barrel, can be used indoors or they can use outdoors. Personal preference, they both come with a fully insulated cover. They have 3 inches of PU foam on the cover, and it's UV resistant. So again, indoor, outdoor use, not an issue whatsoever. And then let's talk a little bit more about the features. On that Stealth model, you're going to have the LED lighting feature, which is a very nice touch if you are keeping it indoors, just to elevate any space, but also if you're outside. It illuminates the floor, so if you're doing early morning plunges or late night plunges, it will illuminate the deck, the ground, etc. So that's a nice touch if you are planning to plunge late at night or early morning. The barrel on the other side, in terms of design and aesthetics, I would say the biggest thing is that classic look, right? You get that wood trim. It's almost like a Japanese soaking tub. It will elevate any backyard, I guarantee it. So that is a very nice touch. And again, if you're pairing this right next to a sauna, I highly suggest you take a look at both models, because the Stealth does have a wood trim, but the barrel just will stand out and really match your sauna extremely well. So there you go for design, durability, size, and then let's get into the chiller. The chiller is gonna be the same for both models, and if you've watched any of my other videos, you know I'm the biggest advocate, because I am a firm believer we have the best and most powerful chiller on the market. Here's why. It uses UVC LED. We were one of the very first and only companies to offer a UVC chiller. It kills 99.9% of bacteria. It pushes 300 gallons of water through that system per hour, and it has a 20 micron filter to capture the hair, the dust, the dirt, etc. But most importantly, this product is going to run at around a 35 to 40 dB rating. It's very quiet. So if you're putting it indoors, that's a no-brainer. You want that product because it won't have a ton of heat coming off the unit, and it'll be very quiet. So if you have it in a gym, etc., it's a nice touch, and it's only 11 inches wide. So having that thin chiller is a big differentiator in the market in terms of maximizing your space. So again, both units are compatible with the chiller, so you don't have to worry about which chiller to get. If you are doing an outdoor setup, that chiller is 100% what you want, because it can handle freezing temps down to 10 degrees Fahrenheit, so you can keep that thing out all year round. If you want to hide the chiller, which we work with a lot of architects, builders, etc., you can hide the chiller. It comes with 8-foot long hoses, so you can run that into a completely separate room, HVAC, pull area, etc., and run it. If you want to modify and run this unit up to 15 feet in length, you absolutely can. You just buy aftermarket hoses and run that up to 15 feet in length. And again, you can come by and ask questions, and we can show you how other customers have done this in the past. Next, we will talk about draining. Both have the exact same drainage system on it. It's going to be a 3/4 inch that pops out. You can attach a direct water hose to it, run it up to 70 feet in length, or you can go inline directly into your system's plumbing. You will need a plumber to be able to do that, but we designed the drain to be 3/4 inch, so it hooks up to any inlet or inline system at your house, or you can have a floor drain. Again, guys, there's no plumbing required for the product, but if you want to have it indoors in your house, hook up into your current plumbing system, you can absolutely do that. You can fill it up with either using a standard water hose, or what I've seen a lot of customers do lately is actually use like an accordion style pot filler, which is a super nice touch. They bring it out, fill up their cold plunge, and push it right back in. It's almost flush against the wall. You can do that in chrome, you can do that in black. But again, if you're building a custom unit, highly recommend doing the accordion style pot filler. Just make sure you have a 9 to 12 GPMs, just to make sure it fills that cold plunge up quick enough for you to be able to use it. Electricity. Both units are going to run off a standard 120 volt. They're going to pull 5.5 amps, and it's only going to draw about $1 a day in electricity. So you're not going to really have to worry about that. You can power your unit on and let it run all day, or like me personally, I usually power my unit on 2 hours before I want to use it, 2 hours after I'm done using it, and then I shut it down, put on the lid, because the insulation makes such a big difference. It really will keep your water cold, and then power it back on with your scheduling system. That's me. You can keep yours on. We have these in commercial settings running all the time, whatever you want. But again, it's what works for me, so I'm just sharing it. Guys, setup is basically the exact same. It's a plug and play system. The Stealth can position directly up against the wall, so just keep that in mind. It really maximizes space. You don't have to have any clearance. The Barrel can do similar, but you're gonna have a little bit of room just because it's 42 inches in diameter. It is a perfect circle, so keep that in mind when you are building and customizing your space. Overall, If you're really on the fence still trying to decide which plunge is right for you, I tell everyone, what plunge are you going to use the most? Because it's all about consistency. You plunge for 3 to 4 days a week, it will change your life. So whatever you're gonna do to be the most consistent with, I want you to go ahead and pick that plunge. Again, both have pros, both have cons. I'm a big stealth advocate. My wife loves the barrel, but it's all up to you and what you're gonna use the most. Guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope this made your choice a little bit easier. If there's anything I did not cover in the video that you want to know in the comment section, drop a comment below. Happy to answer the questions. And again, I want you to pick the plunge that's right for you. And that's exactly why I made this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it.